I'm sorry, my mute button was on. That's how our morning is starting off this Monday morning. So bear with me as I was trying to pull things together, like myself right now. Look, hold on. Thank God I already made my coffee this morning because I needed it. But welcome to Morning Brew with, yes, your girl Germaine. I hope you can hear me now because my mute button was on. So now that we got that all settled, yeah, let me get myself. Okay. It's a lot of exciting things happening as we're leading up into this holiday season. So, I'm still in my thankful gratitude season, really appreciating people. It's that time of year also, but this is something that we should think about all through the year. So, my voice is getting a lot stronger. Yes. But today I want to talk about today's brew is the blessing of daily provision. So if you're chiming in with me today, please let me know what you're drinking. Hey, once again, let me know where you're chiming in from if you're chiming in with me today. And so we're going to get into this while I'm still adding things in that I want to share with you today. So, welcome once again to Morning Brew with, yes, your girl Germaine. We are back for this Monday morning, and it is freezing outside. It snowed this weekend. Well, it snowed on all day Sunday, but I think this might be a rough winter for us. We've been spoiled for the last few winters, but I think this might not be a good winter. But you know what? We're still holding on to faith, believing that it will be. All right, so let's get into the blessing of daily provision. So, like I said, if you are chiming in with me today, let me know what you're drinking. Let me know where you're chiming in from. I think that's a little fun fact that one of our viewers, who's been part of the Hope of Vision Publishing or HOV Publishing family, she was my number one best-selling author. She said, she was the first number one best-selling author. But Leslie said, Germaine, you should start asking people where they're chiming in from. And I thought that was a great idea. So here we are. Let's get into this a little more, okay? Because I have a lot of things that I want to share, but I really want to get into this message, the blessing of daily provision. Gratitude for breath, food, strength, home, and peace. I am right now in that season of protecting my peace. I hope you are too, because that is something that's precious. It's something that's valuable, protecting your peace, So, with so much uncertainty in the world today, many are feeling overwhelmed, stretched, and emotionally just tired. Does that sound familiar? Okay. This topic offers grounding. It brings people back to the basics. Sometimes you got to start back at the basics, just to kind of reevaluate, get yourself together, and get back to the basics. The blessing that often go unnoticed. Sometimes the greatest miracle isn't what we're waiting for, is what we wake up with. Yeah, that's why it is so important to take a pause so you can pour into purpose. That's our motto, our mantra. So, yes, take a pause so you can pour into purpose. But, there's so much that's happening. And I'm so thankful once again to the community that we're building here, the Morning Brew with Germaine community, because of you, you really afford me the opportunity to really be able to open up, make things available for people to, really chime in. So, I am so grateful for the community, for those that are stopping by for coffee. Like I said, today I'm drinking my hazelnut coffee today. So welcome, Leslie. I was just talking about you, girl. Leslie over on YouTube, who gave me the great idea of, hey, as people are chiming in, let me know where you're stopping by to have coffee with me. So good morning, Leslie, chiming in from Overcast, Florida. Who I just said, girl, we got snow yesterday. Today the sun is shining, but it is freezing outside and it's snow covered. And days like that, I tend to find myself right where I'm at in my office, not outside. So, and over on Instagram, I see someone new chiming in with us today. Patty. Now, listen, I am not good with handles, saying somebody's handle name, so bear with me. I have Pattyfu. So it's spelled Patty Fun Unit. Listen, I'm all jacked up, but I am so appreciative that Pattyfun. Oh, it sounds like fun. Pat. Okay, let me stop with your name because I am really messing it up. But I appreciate you so much for stopping by, having coffee with us. Let me know where you're chiming in from over on Instagram. Okay, so let's get into this message today. Once again, this message is the blessing of daily provision. So, like I stated, just living in a world where so much uncertainty is taking place, many are feeling overwhelmed, stretched, and even emotionally tired. It brings people back to this message today is going to help us get grounded, really helping us to bring people back to the basics, the blessings that often go unnoticed. Sometimes the greatest miracle isn't what we're waiting for, it's what we wake up with. All right, so let's get into this because I don't want to hold you long today. We're going into our pour into purpose segment. So, in our pour into purpose segment, let's talk about it. Daily provision is evidence of God's faithfulness. Okay, God's faithfulness. All right. If you opened your eyes this morning, you already received a miracle. But see, we don't take a pause and we don't stop to think about that. We take so much for granted because we just do, right? But did you stop for a moment and just say, God, I thank you today to allow me to see another day because somebody was not able to do the same thing? And so it's the little things that mean so much. All right, let's continue to pour, right? God sustains you even on days you feel empty and unsure. God will definitely sustain you. Oh my gosh, yes, he will. So, if you're someone right now, and I want to say welcome to our community is growing, and I thank you so much. So we have David David underscore Goncalves, Goncalves 134 has joined us over on Instagram. Thank you so much for joining us. And we're in our season of thankfulness, gratitude, and really just appreciating people, but letting them know we appreciate them. So today's brew, once again, is the blessing of daily provisions. So are you someone that's empty right now, or you might be a little unsure? Just know God will sustain you even on those days. And the basics like breath, strength, safety are blessings, not guarantees. So we have to be mindful. We can't just think that just because we get up, oh, it's just going to happen. No, we got to stop and take a moment, take a pause, and just be thankful, even for the space you may be in right now, even if you're not too happy with that place you're in right now. But just be thankful that you can be in that space and make decisions to put you in a new space, right? All right. So once again, if you're chiming in, let me know where you're chiming in from. Not going to hold you long, but I do want to let you guys know. Let me get into this next segment real quick because there's so much that's happening. And like I said, thanks to my community for being consistent and showing up with me as I show up daily, Monday through Friday. 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And anybody that wants to stop by and join me for coffee, tea, juice, whatever you're drinking, I am grateful because of you. We are growing. So there's some great things that I'm going to share with you today. Also, as we come to the end of this season. Okay, so let's get in to, hold on one second. Okay, let me do that before I forget. All right, so let's pour a little more into our pour into purpose. Gratitude for the simple things strengthens the soul. Yes, a thankful heart creates peace. Are you guys protecting your peace? That is something I am so focused on in this season and moving forward, is not allowing people to disrupt my peace, but protecting my peace. So when you feel anybody starting to disrupt your peace, my advice is walk away. Or if you are that person disrupting people's peace, I want you to just take a moment and start thinking differently. It takes too much energy. It's not worth it. Don't be the person that's disrupting other people's peace, but start focusing on how can you begin to protect your peace even when things aren't going the way you want them to go. Okay? Fair enough? All right. All right then. So let's pour into this. Gratitude for the simple things strengthens the soul. A thankful heart creates peace even when life feels uncertain. Try practicing it. If you find that, I don't believe that. Nah, that don't happen. I'm telling you, try practicing a little bit at a time. Next thing you know, it'll just become something that's a part of your everyday. Just being thankful, you know, appreciating others. So, appreciating what you have shifts your focus from lack to abundance. Appreciating. It's the little things that mean so much, even when we don't think so. The little things. So these are practices that I just want you to, if you're not doing it, just start a little bit at a time, right? A little bit at a time. And when you look up, it's like, oh my gosh, I didn't even realize I was doing that without even thinking about it. I just was. All right. So simplicity produces charity. A look, I'm sorry. Simplicity produces clarity, and clarity leads to purpose. That's another one of my favorite words. That's why we pour into purpose, right? That's why we take a pause so we can pour into purpose. Simplicity produces clarity, and clarity leads to purpose. All right, I think we're on to something here. I think we're on to something. All right, come on, we're going to continue to pour. So, your needs are being met, even when your wants are not. You know, I know a lot of times we have these desires. We want what we want when we want it and how we want it, right? I know. We're all guilty of it. But there's some basic necessities that we absolutely need, because sometimes our wants, they can wait. Or sometimes the things we want may not be that good for us. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, but I'm going to leave that to you as I turn off my ringer because I forgot to do it. Okay. All right. So God provides exactly what you need for the season you're in. Yes, what you need for the season you're in. So remember, needs versus wants. We need what we need to survive, right? To move forward, to progress in purpose. And then our wants. Then we do have those things that we want. And sometimes we get what we want. And sometimes we cry about the things we wanted that we really didn't need. But we have it. So, but it's about your needs being met, even when your wants are not. Okay, so commitment grows when you recognize the daily gifts you receive without asking. So think about it. Have you received something that you needed, but you didn't even ask for? Did you receive a gift that you needed and you didn't verbalize it out loud? You didn't ask for it out loud, but guess what? It showed up for you. It appeared for you. You see, because he knows the desires of our hearts, right? And he will listen. He will put things in place. God will put people in place that you least expect, but you know within you, you needed it or you needed them at the right time, at that right moment, in that right location, right? So, All right, guys, that's our point of purpose segment. All right, let's listen. I decided that I said I'm going to work on my time because I appreciate you all making quick stops, stopping by to join me for coffee breaks. That I don't want to hold you up, even though I love having your company. But I know everybody's busy. We got a lot to do. So before we get into our reflection questions, I just want to share some exciting news of things that are happening. Yes. All right. So I decided to move these things up closer instead of doing them at the end because what I really realize is sometimes, and it's okay, people don't watch all the way through. So I said, I was watching Joy Reid and I said, good idea. Let me share the great ideas or great news that's taking place in the first part of the show when people are chiming in. And then for those that get all the way to the end, hey, you've already seen, been exposed, or know what's happening, right? And you can always go back. I tell everyone, join the YouTube community at Morning Brew with Germaine to be able to see the whole vault of all of our coffee breaks. Something will definitely resonate with you. All right. So make sure you stop by there. Also, we're on Facebook under Germaine Miller Summers. I am working on it. I know I've been saying this, but I am working on branding it all under Morning Brew. But I have a lot of people over there. So it might be hard. And that's tied to my publishing also. That's why I continue, because this whole platform is really rooted and grounded in storytelling, the power of one story, especially as a publisher, as a book publisher. So all right, so enough of that. If you're on Facebook and you're chiming in, well, make sure that you hit us up with comments, likes, let us know, even on YouTube. It's important. I'm learning these algorithms, but it is important and it's encouraging for me to know that if anything in this resonated with you, that you just share it in the community on those platforms, or you give a thumbs up, or make sure you're getting notifications and stuff. So, but let me continue on. But if you are on Facebook, then click on the stars and just, hey, there's a way for you to be able to share with us. So, all right, so let me go into what I'm so excited about. I'm just going to open it up so I can share it. So, it's the holiday season. And yes, I have launched the official collection for Morning Brew. Our cafe shop is open, right? But let me bring it up because I want to share it with you so you can see some of the great things that we have in the shop. Candles, yes, scented candles. So in all this, I'm going to put the banner up so you can go right to morningbrewwithgermaine.com. There are new items being added to the store all the time. Look at our little Morning Brew bear. Yes, our little coffee bear. All right, so we have bags, we have mugs, we have cups, we have even iPhone cases, right? So, but make sure you stop by the shop and make sure you grab something. I did put it out there that for the first 10 people, and we probably have already met that number, but I need to follow up and check. But I said that you will get a copy of the new journal for Morning Brew that's coming out the beginning of 2026. It's going to be a reflection. We talk about pouring a purpose, reflection questions, our final sips. There's going to be some other features in the journal that you can take part in for your everyday walk, right? All right. So yes, make sure you stop by Morning Brew with Germaine and get something from the store. It's holiday time. Great stocking stuffers. Okay. So that's one thing. But this is some exciting news that I've been talking about and leading up to. So let me see if I can pull this up because you all know what we have coming soon. Let's see. I've been talking about, yes, the official Morning Brew Book Club. So me and my team, we've been working hard behind the scenes to be able to open it up to the community. Actually, it's the community, even those that may not chime into the conversation, but the community is so far bigger than just those chiming into the conversation, and it's global. But we are officially, I want to pull up, hold on, I want to pull up the website because yes, we're on the website, and right after the Morning Brew, The links will be live for our book club registration. Yes, yes, yes. The Morning Brew Book Club. Hold on, I'm pulling it up so I can share this with you. Okay, I have it. Let me share it on the screen. Let's share it on the screen. So, yes, go to Morning Brew once again. If you just visit our website, Morning Brew with Germaine, go to the website Morning Brew with Germaine, and you'll be able to get all the latest and greatest information about what is happening, what is going on. That, I say the community, you are a driving force for us bringing these things to life to the community, for those that are authors, giving you different platforms to give you a voice to be heard globally. And so we are officially today launching the pre-launch of the Morning Brew Book Club, powered by HOV Publishing. Yes, thank God for my team. Yes, thank God for them really taking, the lead. And yes, yes, yes. You know what? I can put them all on blast, but they know who they are. Thank you. Thank you so much. Because of you, it makes it all possible for me to even be who I am and do what I do. So, yes, we are officially launching. Y'all like our logo? Morning Brew Book Club. This is the new logo, right? And so, but let me just talk a little bit about it. So the Morning Brew Book Club is, yes, 12-month reading experience featuring 12 impactful books across themes such as purpose, healing, leadership, faith, identity, entrepreneurship, love, and legacy. And each month features pretty much a featured book of the month that you will have access to once you sign up. Live and replay discussions on Morning Brew with Germaine. Yes. So we decided that we're going to look at Mondays as really being that day that we bring all the highlights and updates, about what's going on with Morning Brew Book Club. It will be that Monday to open up the week. Yes, who that feature author is going to be for the month. There are so many benefits and perks for the authors. And the one feature that I absolutely love, is that the authors, whoever book we are featuring that month, we are looking for the authors to join in the conversation with every one of the participants and readers and members. Oh, I'm so excited about that. Yes, giving authors that space and that platform to really see what readers are saying about their story, to really tap into the mindset of the author, their why, and just really being in just this open conversation. But those conversations will not take place on Morning Brew. You have to become a member. So, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put this link. I'm going to put the participants form into the live chat, and then you can go over to Morning Brew right after the session, and the button will be live over there for you. But when I say I am so excited about what's going on, then let's talk about even the participants. So that's for those that want to be members. Now it is $1, because if y'all don't know, I am passionate about $1, how community coming together. $1 will help support so many people in need right now. So if you have a heart of giving and want to be able to give to people but don't know where, through this book club, you have the opportunity for just $1 a month, have access to so much, but also just having a heart and the spirit of giving for those that are in need, those giving them an opportunity, bringing on the authors to be a part of the discussion. I can't stress enough just how excited I am about this. So being a part of the book club, it's exclusive to memberships only. And the only thing we're going to talk about on Morning Brew is like maybe some highlights, some tips, and encouraging people to be a part of the discussion, right? So, but let me talk about for the authors. Now, this is just a peek into all that the authors will be able to be blessed from, just being a part of this platform. So like I said, joining for your support, just $1. I'm going to put a link in here for the form. So join. And like I said, the link is going in now, but it will be live on the website soon. Thank you guys so much for just being a part of this discussion. And let me hear from you. Let me hear your thoughts. And thank you, Leslie. Congratulations. But let me hear your thoughts and what you think, because my team is working super hard to make this possible for you all. All right. So join. This is the link, the Morning Brew Book Club. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you for bearing with me. Book club. And yes, it is powered by HOV Publishing. And that's, my publishing company, but this is the beauty in this book club. You don't have to just be an HOV publishing author. It is opened up to authors everywhere that want to really tap into community, right? And so, but that's the link I'm putting in the live chat for anybody that want to go in and become a member of the book club. All right. You have to complete a form. And so, all right. So let me get into, if you are an author and you want your book to be considered as one of the books for 2026, then pretty much is community conversations, author visibility, literacy, and storytelling initiatives through just our partnerships through HOV Publishing, HOV Academy, Morning Brew, with authors that you don't have to be an HOV Publishing author. Okay. And then access to monthly reading, just invitations to live book discussions, also being able to be a part of Authors Brew Friday. Oh my gosh, there's so much more. I don't want to give it all away now, but I want you to be able to go, and I want you to be able to see the benefits, how an author can benefit by being one of our Morning Brew Book Club authors through our partnership, right? All right, guys. So, yes, these are some exciting things that I am super, super excited about that is taking place with Morning Brew. All right. So, let me pull that down. Okay. I'm excited. It's a lot happening. And you know what? Just being a part, there's going to be free giveaways and stuff like that. Listen, I'm always in the spirit of giving. It could be my downfall because I tend to give a lot, a lot away. But right now, thank you, community. Thank you for just showing up and being a part of what's happening. So, all right. Hello on Instagram. Good morning, Cynthia Simmons. Cynthia B. Simmons. Yes. Georgia's in the house. Good morning. Really good friend. Love you and Charlie. So thank you for chiming in. I just talked about some new things that's taking place with the book club coming, Morning Brew Book Club coming February. We're rolling it out Black History Month, okay? Because we're doing the initial drive to get the members in, get all the books lined up. And you'll see if you have any as a member, let us know the stories that you want to hear, the books that you want, us to bring to you, the authors you might be interested in. It's all in that form. Make sure you go and complete that form, all right? All right, so time, yes, is getting away. But guess what? This is a time we can all take part. Yes, it is that time, our reflection question time. So, in our reflection questions, I like to leave 3 questions for you to really think about. All right, so this is the first question. What daily blessing have you been overlooking? Breath, strength, peace, shelter, or nourishment? Because those very things we tend to take for granted. We don't even think about it. We just think it should be, it is. But let me tell you, in some of those things, you may know somebody that may have to carry oxygen around with them daily. They may need something to help them breathe, right? You may know someone right now that, feel like just the life has been kicked out of them, or just finding the strength to just get up because it could be due to lack of someone they lost, or just just not having enough to just even survive today. I mean, you may know someone whose peace is so disrupted right now and they just spiraling. You may know someone that may have lost the shelter that they had to protect them and their children. You may know someone that don't have the food to just feed them. Basic things that everyone should have, we take for granted, but everyone doesn't have it. So I want you to think about this first question. What daily blessings have I been overlooking? Question number 2. Where has God quietly provided for me this week? I know we're just starting this week out, but think about it. Just go back the last few days. I mean, I can tell you right now, even myself, I know God is my provider. He is always when I least expect it, even in the lack, even in um, the uncertainty, when the strength is down or low, even he is my provider. So I can list a few things that over the past few weeks of the past week or past few days that he has quietly provided. Yes. Number 3, how can I slow down long enough to appreciate the simple gifts around me? Oh my gosh, that one is loaded because we are so busy day to day. I mean, sometimes to the point of just losing our mind. We're so busy. But how can I slow down? That's something you really have to master. If you are someone that's high energy, high level, constant moving, that might be a little hard for you to do because let's be honest, you probably don't even know how to slow down. And I can say that because I find myself at that place. But I am learning, as I wake up early in the morning, taking those few minutes to just let me just center myself, my thoughts, my energy. Let me have some quiet time while my husband's still asleep in the house. But it's a little bit at a time that you can perfect over time. Please work on it. If you are somebody that is extremely busy, 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 constantly moving, 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 doing, this might be some good advice for you to just take a pause. Let's breathe. And let's just take 2 minutes if you don't have it as you think you may not have it. Just take 2 minutes and do nothing for 2 minutes. And if you need to start with 1 minute, start with 1 minute. But please do yourself a service and a favor to take a pause. Now it's up to you however long you want to take it, but if you do that every single day, if you find a time that you just take a moment every single day, it becomes lifestyle and you won't even have to think about it, and you'll start seeing shifts within your being, within your busyness, and you'll start realizing that there's so much more things important in life, so you don't have to pretty much harm yourself by being just so busy crashing out thinking it's healthy. It's not. Okay, so those are the 3 questions that I leave with you to think about. All right, guys, we're coming to the end, so let's get into our final sip. Now you guys know this is when I like just leaving you with something to take throughout your day. Okay, so and it's also like a quick recap, also. All right, daily provision is God's way of whispering, I'm still here. I'm still sustaining you. You're still covered. Should I say that again? I will. Daily provision is God's way of whispering, I'm still here. I'm still sustaining you. You're still covered. Even in a heavy world, you are held. Even in uncertain seasons, you are supplied. So, gratitude doesn't just change your mood, It changes your perspective. So, you know how we do, or maybe you don't because it's your first time chiming in. We sip slow today, and I'm going to leave you some call to action, some things for you to do. So, one, I want you to list 5 simple things you're grateful for right now. And please don't overthink it. What pops in your head? What first comes to mind? List 5 simple things you're grateful for right now. Trust me, I do this too. You're not doing this just because I'm leaving these with you. I leave them for me too, okay? Number 2, pause intentionally during the day and take one deep, grateful breath. That's something we can do together right now. So let's pause and intentionally today, right now at this moment, we're going to breathe in and release. That was one deep, grateful breath. Being grateful. See, you already got that out the way. Now, you could do that again throughout the day when you're feeling overwhelmed and you just need to take a pause and take a deep, grateful breath. Do it. You don't need permission to do it. Just do it. Okay. And the third call to action I'm leaving with you. This is something that we can do together. We're going to speak this affirmation. Okay. So I'm going to say it and then you can repeat it after me and I'll repeat it too. Okay. What I have is enough for where I am. Let's say that together. Remember earlier we talked about needs versus wants, right? So let's say this affirmation. Let's speak it out loud. Let's affirm it so we can, attract it to us, right? What I have is enough for where I am. Now, in saying that, some people may feel lack and stuff. All of us, we may feel a little lack or whatever, but this is an affirmation. We are speaking this thing into existence. So I'm going to say it again, okay? You can say it with me. What I have is enough for where I am. Speak it into existence, even if you feel lack. Continue to say that throughout the day so you can start attracting things to you that you need. Okay? All right. And in the final sip close, because when you honor the daily blessings, you make room for even greater provision. Thank you all so much for staying chimed in, having coffee with me today, stopping by Morning Brew with, yes, your girl, Germaine. But thank you so much because it means so much to me. And if I didn't tell you yet, I just want to say I appreciate everyone out of your busy schedule just taking a moment to stop by and just have coffee and conversation with me. So I hope you're able to join our book club. Like I said, the form is here. Let me put it up on the screen. It's actually in the comments, so you can just click on it. And also you can go to morningbrewwithgermaine.com and it will be live right after this live morning brew session. So thank you all for chiming in. Please, whatever you do today, I want you to remember to take a pause so you can pour into purpose and also the blessing of daily provisions. I want you to remember that. All right. Have a wonderful day. Take those deep breaths, those deep gratitude breaths when you need to take a pause, but be safe out there. I'll see you tomorrow. Please stop by again. More to share. Talk to you.